hardships that have come to make me stronger. I'm going to celebrate with my head held high. By looking at the gifts that God has given to me, I'm going to celebrate. The beauty of the sunrise, the morning dew on the grass, the birds that are singing, the trees in the park, the beautiful flowers. I may not see them tomorrow. I'm going to thank God for them today. I'm going to celebrate by hugging and kissing my two children passionately. I'll give a sincere compliment to someone who's down. I'll stop worrying about what I don't have because I have today. Tonight when the stars come out and the moon glows, I'll look at them as long as I can before I go to sleep because I may not see them tomorrow. Today is the day the Lord made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. Hallelujah. Now, what's your problem? Somebody got your parking place for the Christmas pageant and you're still been out of shape about it. Get a life. She had her helmet on. She was in the storm, but the storm was not in her. She was looking her enemy right in the eye, and she had victory over death, hell, and the grave. She had her helmet of hope on. Do you? Do you? You're going to need it before very many days. Satan whispers you're going to die in debt. You're never, ever really going to prosper. Let me tell you how to survive financial problems. 1, tithe. Get God on your side. 2, cut up your credit cards. That's a sermon by itself. 3, stop spending more than you make. Learn when to say no. Enough is enough. Psalms 37, King David writes, I've been young and I am old, and I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging bread. I know there's some of you in here today hanging on by your fingernails. I've got good news for you. God's on your side. It's going to work out. Keep holding on to faith. God will not let you go. Philippians 4, and my God shall supply all of your needs according to his riches in glory. It is the Lord that gives you the power to get wealth. Moses said to Israel, blessed is the man, King David wrote in Psalms 1, that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight shall be the law of the Lord. And he shall be like a tree planted by rivers of living water. That means an unlimited source of nutrition. He shall be like a tree planted by rivers of living water. His leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. I'm not worried about the future. John D. Rockefeller and all of his descendants may starve to death, but I'm not, because the God that sits upon the throne is Jehovah Jireh. He is my source, and he has never gone bankrupt. Give him praise and glory in the house of God. Let's take some time for individual personal reflection. Can you remember a time when you wanted to accomplish something really important, but before you got started, you were engulfed with thoughts of failure, feeling that you would not succeed? Has this ever happened to you? There was a photographer who wanted to go on a photo safari in Africa. And when he got there, the guide told him, look, you're going to need a rifle. Lions are everywhere. He said, oh, no, all I need is this camera. I don't need a lion. I don't hurt anything. He said, I don't think you understand. This is the real world. You need a gun. He said, no. Okay. So he went out and started taking pictures. Pictures, pictures, pictures. And behind a huge pile of brush, there was a monstrous lion. The lion saw him and saw him as lunch in shoe leather. And he starts running for the tree. There's a tree in the middle of the field. The first limb is about 10 feet up. And the man is running for it with all he's got. And when he gets there, he leaps for the limb and misses. He comes down and the lion is right behind him, rubbing his paws together and saying, Father, I thank you for what we're about to receive. And the man said to himself, self, this time we've really got to give it our best. And so he gave it his best. He jumped one more time, whoop, and he missed it, but he got it on the way down. Now, some of you said, he over jumped. Yeah. Maybe the reason you're not reaching your objective is you're not trying as hard as you can. Showing up to work an hour late and leaving an hour early won't help you get a promotion. Or have you ever felt motivated to say or do something to express your love for someone, but then didn't carry out your intentions because you've let yourself be discouraged by the thought that your gesture of appreciation would not be accepted? Does that describe anyone here? You were going to do something very nice for someone. Maybe it was your spouse. Maybe it was someone at work. Maybe it was someone, just someone. And you didn't do it because you didn't think it was be accepted. Or have you ever tried to break a bad habit? And the first attempts were invaded by the thought, you're not going to be able to do that. You decide you're going to lose weight. That's what people are doing now. You're going to win the battle of the balls. This time it's do or die. You're going to do it. And the next day you go to the refrigerator and eat everything in the refrigerator. Has that ever happened to you? You ate more than you ever ate the next day. And in living out your faith, you find yourself making grand promises to yourself of things you're going to do. And then you wind up procrastinating, making excuses. Well, nobody's perfect. Everybody else is doing what I'm doing. It really doesn't make any difference anyway. Why should I try to be a super Christian? I'm just like everybody else. And you rationalize yourself into mediocrity. Have you ever done that? I'm going to preach on lying next Sunday, by the way. Let me tell you the story about a barber. He was very shy. He was a bachelor. He wanted desperately to be a bold and successful soul winner. So he attended a soul winner seminar at his church. He memorized all the verses. He graduated and received his certificate in the soul winning seminar. The next day he promised himself, I'm going to witness to the first person that comes in. The first person came in, sat in the chair, and his mind just froze. I'll witness to the second. He failed. I'll witness before lunch. He failed. I'll witness before 3. He failed. I'm going to do it before 5 or I'm going to bust. The last customer walks in. He puts them in the chair, lathers their face, takes a straight razor and starts rubbing it back and forth on the leather. And he's trying to think of just one verse in all of those verses he had memorized in that soul-winning seminar. He couldn't get one verse to come to his brain. Finally, in pure frustration, he looked at the man and said, hey, are you ready to die? There's a better way. Or if you're married, have you ever thought your marriage had stalled or plateaued and might never improve? And you wanted to do something to put a little spark in it. Have you ever said to yourself, well, that's just the way he is, and I'll have to live with it. He's just like his father. Or she's never going to change. She's just like her mother. Most people don't really have a happy marriage anyway. I'm just like everybody else. Yada, yada, yada. Have you ever been down that road? Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. It's not a good thing to do. Some of you be going home in a taxi cab in full body cast.